Hi, Captain Mike here with you again. This is going to be a video about additives and enhancements that you can do to your handcrafted soap as you progress through the process of learning how to make it and how to make it better. Watch my first video if you don't know how to make soap. And if you do, if you've went through that first video and you've made your first batch of soap and you'd like to learn a little more, look at this one. It'll help some. There are many videos on YouTube that will help you to advance in your soap making. But we're going to start with the with fragrances. That's the first thing that you're going to want to add to your soap. And fragrances come in it's just hundreds of fragrances. Each company has its specialties. It comes in different kind of bottles. Here is a glass bottle that I prefer. In fact, I save these bottles when they empty, and then I take it out of some of these plastic bottles and put it in these. Don't know that it helps any, but I like it. Here is a bottle that is clear. It is plastic, and that's my second choice. And then, of course, these here I don't like. They don't hold their shape very well, but they do fine for what they are. I have no particular company that I buy from. I buy from all of them. Some of them have a fragrance I want, some of them don't. But you can either use fragrant oils, which are referred to as FOs, or essential oils, which are referred to as EOs. And as far as I'm concerned, it makes no difference. I'll probably make some enemies and get some bad comments, but I find no advantage over an EO over an FO, other than the fact that sometimes you can't get a fragrant oil in the same fragrance as an EO. Essential oils are chemically extracted. FOs are made chemically. None of them are natural. I don't care what anybody says. But hey, make yourself happy. Use what you want to use. You can mix them, blend them. You can even blend EOs and FOs. It doesn't matter. But those are fragrances. Get online and just look. Go to the different companies, log into their websites, and just look at what they've got. There's usually descriptions on how they work. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to color your soap. And the colorants for soap comes in any number of types. It comes in liquid like this, which I got from one company. Sorry that they look so dirty, but I've had my soapy hands all over them and oily hands all over them. This is an additive, comes in every color of the rainbow, and you can put as much in as you want. Stir it in, excuse me, stir it in, and it works great. You can get these type right here, which are a powder. They come in some very, very interesting colors. Again, you just add as much as you want. Of course, I like colors, so I've got a little of all of it. And you can even get this stuff right here, which is kind of I hope this shows up because it's really neat. Is that sparkly? Is that showing up on there? But anyway, you can use that in your soap and give it a little sparkle. And then, of course, we have my favorite, which are oxides. And as you can see, I've got lots of oxides. It comes in every color you can think of, from blues and purples and neon colors and all the basic colors. And you can get these by the pound, which is why I usually buy them. And you just put them in your soap until you get it where you want it. And a colorant that I use, I don't think it's really a colorant. I use it to lighten soap, and it's titanium dioxide. It's just a white material that excuse me, you add to the soap, and you can't hardly see it, but it's there. And it makes the soap whiter. You saw my fingers. And it makes the soap whiter. And some of the fragrant oils and EOs will turn the soap different colors. Vanilla is a bad one. Vanilla will make it turn really brown. And so you will add a little titanium dioxide as needed to lighten up the base of your soap. That pretty much covers colorants. Now, there are additives that pretty much all of the soap makers use. Now, the two most important is goat milks and coconut milk. Now, you can go to Walmart. If you don't know somebody that's got goats and coconut trees, you can go to Walmart and you can buy goat's milk in a can, and you can buy coconut milk in a can in liquid. That's fine. Once you open it, you got to use it. I buy it powdered, and it looks just like this, just as you'd expect. It's powdered. That's goat's milk, and this is coconut milk. You can eat this, by the way. It tastes real good. Imagine you could eat this. But now, why I use this is I can buy it in bulk. I'll buy a bunch of it at one time. I put it in bags and I freeze it. And then when I get it out, I put it in these little cans when I start making soap, these little jars rather, or bowls. And then I add it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I've used them both. I've been making soap for over 10 years. And I have used both the liquid, natural, honest to God, out of the goat milk, and I have used these powders. Nobody can tell any difference. I can't tell any difference. It works just as good. But you be the judge on that. You know, try them all. Hey, go to Walmart and buy you some liquid and try it. You'll just have to adjust your water content a little bit in your soap recipe, but you're going to get to that when you start getting online. Now, those are the ones almost everybody use. Now, if you want to make a hand soap, say for a fisherman and all, you can also buy pumice. Okay? You can add pumice to your soap. It'll make it really scrubby. My daughter-in-law, she swears by it for acne when she was having a little bit of trouble with it. But now, that is an additive. And one I've never used, but a lot of people do, is silk. They'll add silk. It will dissolve. And that's just raw silk. And you can get online and go to any number of places, both on your browser and on YouTube probably, and you can see, just type in adding silk to soap recipe, and it'll tell you how much or how you dissolve it, what you do. Now those are just kind of like additives, okay? They don't saponify, they just add to the quality supposedly of the soap or the texture of the soap or whatever you want to do. Now, getting right down to the meat of soap recipes is additives are oils that you could add to your soap that will saponify. In other words, when you add them to your lard or to your vegetable oil or whatever, they actually turn into soap. So the first one is that I buy, again, I buy this in 20-pound containers. This one is cocoa butter. And you can see, and it just smells really good. It's cocoa butter, and it's food grade. I get this from Columbus Foods. I'll put the annotation down there. I buy all my bulk stuff from them. Not to say there aren't better places or other places, but those are the ones I use. The next one that I use in all of my soap recipes is PKO. I get it in flake form. You can also get it 50 pounds of hard as a brick and dig it out, but I get it in flakes like this. And it's easier to handle. Again, I take all of this, I break it down when I get it into bags, I freeze it in my freezer, and it lasts forever. You don't have to worry about it going rancid or anything on you. And of course, the last one that I use is coconut oil, and it's 92 degree, which is rather soft if it's not frozen. but I break it down into smaller amounts so I can put it in the freezer, and it helps, it enhances the soap. If you get online, I may get to it and I may not get to it because there's a lot of research involved with this. You can find out exactly what each of these adds to the actual product. What do they do? I can tell you PKO kind of makes the soap harder, as does coconut oil. The cocoa butter, it's some sort of enhancement, and maybe an emollient or something. I can't pronounce that word. But anyway, you can get online, and I'll list all these ingredients so that you can pause this video and copy them down, and you can get online. Now there are other oils that saponify. I thought I had a bunch of them, but I must have thrown them all away. The only one I had left was, believe it or not, castor oil is an additive. People use it. I've never used it. I bought this bottle somewhere, and some recipe I thought I was going to try. Did not like it. Well, I take it back. I didn't use it. You can use sunflower oil, sapphire oil. I also use olive oil. Now I don't have any of that out here with me that I could show you, but it's olive oil. I buy it in a great big 5-gallon container. But I use olive oil. I use the cheapest olive oil I can find because it's going to saponify. It's going to turn into soap. Using super extra virgin, right off the vine stuff, I found no difference in that. I use regular olive oil. You're not going to eat it, so the quality of it makes no difference. It's food grade, but it's soap in quality. So any of those fancy oils, avocado oil, I mean, I could go on and on. They all will work, and somebody will have a recipe with that type of oil in it. And the last oil that I'm going to mention here actually is not an oil, and it does not saponify, and it is shea butter, and it is the thing everybody wants in soap. I buy it in these great big, again, I don't know, it's a big container of it, and then I freeze it until I get ready to use it, and then I get it out and I put it in. Now, shea butter is something that's supposed to make the skin feel better. Soap it adds some great quality to the soap. However, shea butter does not saponify. It does not turn into soap. It just kind of mixes in with it. You can't see it, you can't smell it. Well, I say you can't see it until you get in the tub. If you ever get in the tub with soap and it leaves a ring around the water line, check your soap. It's probably got shea butter in it, because that shea butter will float out of the soap as you use it, and it'll settle in your tub. But it doesn't matter. I tell people that. But they like it. Now, you notice I didn't tell you my exact recipe, and I'm not, because it's super, super secret. But, on my soap, I put the ingredients on the back. And you can see what all is in my soap, and how I do my color it. And I'll do a video when I start getting around to making the soap. And I will make a batch of my soap. And I'll show you how I do the color, and then I'll tell you different options on that. But pretty much, as far as soap goes, and things that you might want to add into it, this is a great starting point, okay? The options are endless. Just get online, look at all the YouTube videos. I highly recommend that. Get online and find out everything you can find out. Download yourself a Cali calculator. My next video will include one of those. But right now, I just wanted to make you aware of things that you can get. I'll do my best to put all the names of the places I get this stuff from in the annotation at the bottom. I do not promote any of these. These are just stuff that I use. No one pays me to do this. It's just stuff in my shop, stuff I use to make soap. So if you found this interesting, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you have a comment, put it down in the comments. If it's don't be ugly, if it's a comment that's a negative comment, just just be polite, and I will look at it. If I made a mistake, I'll correct it. If not, and we just disagree, we'll have a conversation about it politely like adults. So thank you for watching this, and I hope it was a learning experience or helpful in some way. Thank you.